YouTube, how's it going? Today we're going to get into a stuffed omelet, and it's an omelet that is filled with a stuffed cheese at Chile. It's something that I love. I know a lot of times those chiles that are stuffed with cheese are like egg battered and deep fried, so that's actually where I got the idea from. It has very similar flavors, very different calories. So let's get to it, and if you have never tried this, I hope you do, and let me know what you think. First of all, let's start getting our Poblano pepper roasting. Get the heat on. With that there. Next step is let's get our sauce going. It'll be a super quick sauce. We got some tomatoes, some jalapenos, and that's it for the sauce. It'll be a quick sauce that we're just gonna blend that and then we'll cook it. Get the lid on. Give it a quick stir. Sure you don't burn that one. And that's pretty much it for this. We're gonna get this pan here heating, and that's where we're gonna cook the salsa. And I have a little bit of water here because the sauce is a little bit thick right now. Let's get a little bit of oil in here. This is the avocado spray. Let's move the pepper again. Hit this with a little pinch of salt. Stir our sauce. And I have my aluminum foil where I'm gonna put the pepper as soon as I like where it's at. And these are the cheeses that we're gonna use. It's the light mozzarella sticks that we'll use to stuff the peppers. Once the pepper is where I want it to be, nice and roasted, we have one side roasted, the other one not so much. Once we get it to our liking, I'm gonna put the cheeses inside, fold it in there, and we're gonna put it in our oven so it can melt slowly. Oh, we're also doing the sauce while we do that. Multitask, save some time. Okay, while this is going, we're gonna heat up another pan. And this pan will be for the onions and mushrooms that will be part of the omelet. And the tomatoes ended up being quite liquidy, so I'm definitely gonna cook this down for a while. And char it as much as you like, all that is flavor. I'm also gonna spray a little bit over here so it doesn't stick. And since that pepper is unseasoned, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to the bottom, hoping that it gets stuck to the skin. That way we'll have the bottom of the pepper seasoned. Okay, and for me, I like where it's at, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Place it here, right on top of the salt. I'm gonna turn this one off, move it forward, and now we're gonna stuff the chile. Be gentle, because you definitely don't want this thing to rip. And slowly put them in, because you don't want to puncture it. If it does rip, it's perfectly fine. Hit it with another little spray, and the spray is just so the salt will stick. And I'm putting quite a lot of salt, but as you can see, most of it is falling off. Now let's just wrap it. And I did have my little oven preheating at 350, and I'm gonna place that in there so the cheese can melt while we prepare the other thing. So I'm gonna put that in the oven and I'll be right back. Now, as far as our sauce, I'm gonna hit it with just a small little pinch of cumin, a little pinch of oregano. I'm gonna try to crush it with my fingers. Just a small little bit. And this one here is garlic and onion powder already mixed. What I do is I just refill this bottle over and over, and I buy the little dollar bags where I put half and half. So it's already mixed, garlic and onion, just a little bit. And now we got that pan smoking, so let's get our onions. Oh, you heard that. And let's get our mushrooms in there. Give this a quick stir. The sauce is already smelling delicious, and it's still quite runny, so I want to cook it down because those tomatoes are very juicy. I want to cook it down so it's a lot thicker. But I am going to lower the heat. Moving to the other side now. Lower the heat here a little. Okay, and we're going to let these things cook down for a little bit. The only thing that I'm going to add to this is just salt. Onions and mushrooms are already delicious. Of course, if you like extra seasonings, always add things that you enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to leave these things to cook, and I will see you guys shortly. So I've gotten the sauce to a consistency that I like. It has some liquid, but it's pretty dry. So now we're gonna put it in a little cup. And this was the most simple sauce you'll ever make. We're gonna also turn this heat off. And I've gotten the onions and mushrooms to where I like them, nice and caramelized. Now I'm gonna cook the eggs here, but I'm definitely gonna let the pan cool down for a little moment, because if I put the eggs in there now, they're gonna just burn. So I'm gonna wait a minute or two, then we'll get to cooking the eggs. So let's turn the heat back on. I'm gonna put it to a very low setting. I sprayed it with some avocado oil, and let's place our eggs in. Of course, these are egg beaters. High protein, low calories. That's what we're always looking for. And as soon as we get them in, let's hit them with some salt. And for the eggs, that's all we will be adding, just some salt. You can see it's kind of thin layers, so some of it is already cooking. Now we're gonna put a lid on and let the steam finish the rest. And again, this is at the lowest setting, so I'm just gonna let these cook, then we're gonna finish it. So now let's turn off the heat and let's take a look in here. They're looking very, very done. So I'm gonna let them rest for a little bit so they can kind of just release from the bottom without making a mess. And after that, we're gonna get to assembly. We're right about done. Okay, so we are right at the end. Let's crack this open and pull the eggs out. We will assemble it once we get it on the plate. Definitely wanna be careful. We were very careful in the cooking process. Make sure we release this from the bottom so we don't rip it, because it's too late to turn these to scrambled eggs, so they have to be an omelette. Okay, so now that we've gotten it completely released, let's get it onto the plate. Careful. Okay. Now let's open it back up so we can stuff it. Be very gentle. We're gonna start with a little bit of our sauce here at the bottom. We're only gonna fold this in half because of the pepper. This is way too huge to fold it 3 ways. So we'll start with a little bit of the sauce. And then we will add our mushrooms and onions. One thing I always want to suggest to you guys is, if you guys feel like it's not enough food, always add more vegetables. It's the best way to get full and not add so many calories to your meals. And now for the star of the show, let's unveil. There we go, you see? Cheese is nice and melty. Oh, it's kind of hot, sorry. Oh, there you go. Now we're gonna gently fold it over. Actually, let's add a little sauce on the top, why not? This one is definitely gonna be spicy. I left all the seeds in the entire jalapeno. I only took off enough seeds in the poblano so I could just stuff it. Okay guys, I will see you at the table because I am super hungry. Okay YouTube, here we have it. Take a look. Very delicious. I did try the sauce and it was pretty crazy spicy. The jalapeno woke up pretty heated, so got myself a 0-calorie soda. So let's give it a try. Let's see how it tastes. And I'm gonna go for a piece where I can get the egg, the cheese, everything in it. I gotta go for a second bite. It's delicious. This is so good. I can already feel that I'm turning red. This thing is crazy spicy, but it is delicious. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. The roasted jalapeno, and then the creaminess of the cheese, the sauteed veggies, the sauce. Oh my god, it works so well together. I'm actually surprised how good this is. And if you notice, I put no meats in here. I try to keep it, you know, as low calorie as possible so you can eat more of it. I do hope you guys try it. I'm gonna get to eating this because I'm super hungry. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thank you for chilling with Henny. I will see you next time.